Okay, so what I'm going to do today is just do a quick little video tutorial of a face. I'm going to be drawing a face, and the face that I'm going to be doing today will end up in the visual journaling page that I'm giving to the person that won the whole enchilada contest giveaway. And after I finish drawing this, you're going to see it's pretty messy. After I finish drawing it, I'm going to layer it on top of another piece of paper and use graphite paper in between, and I'll be transferring the image onto a new piece of cardstock so that'll be all neat and tidy. Okay, so what I start off doing is I draw an oval. And I usually do this in pencil, and it's a little bit messy, but you'll be able to see it better if I do it with black ink, micron pens, my favorite. Okay, so then I segment off the face. I put a line like almost in the middle here, and then a line down this way, vertically and horizontally. And then I kind of guess where the nose is going to be. It's about there, and then the mouth will be about there. Now the tip of the earlobes usually line up with the tip of the nose right here. And I'm going to make almond-shaped eyes, but I'm going to make them a little bit bigger than what eyes normally are because I want this to be a bit cartoony, not like totally realistic. And you know, a lot of people are freaked out about getting the eyes exactly the right size and exactly the right shape. Well, I'm not worried about that because really, in real life, our eyes are not perfectly exactly the same on either side. And then I add eyebrows, like an arched eyebrow. Now, as people age, you don't see as much of their eyelids. This is not going to be an older person, so you will see the eyelid. But what happens as you age is your eyelids get lost and they become kind of hooded. Now the nose, I'm just going to kind of define the nose. Now the nose, the end of the tip of this part of the nose usually lines up with the inside of the eye. Make little nostril shapes here. And sometimes I think this is called the septum, isn't it, right here? Sometimes I outline the septum a little bit. And here's the V part of the mouth. Now the edge of the, oh, I haven't even done the eyeballs yet. But anyways, the edge of the mouth usually lines up with the middle of the eye right here. It all depends. If you're doing a little rosebud mouth, it probably wouldn't, but for today I'll make it line up like this. And then the bottom lip is fuller. Like that. And then sometimes I shade this in. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to redraw it with the graphite paper in between. And I always leave a little area here free. That's like the shiny spot right there. Okay, so now we're on to the eyeball, and a lot of people will just, you know, do a circle shape like this for the eye and then put it right in the middle of the eye shape. Well, that's really not natural. That looks like the person is really afraid. It's like, oh my God. So what's more realistic is if you hide part of the eyeball like this and then add the pupil. I usually put a little triangle out where the shiny spot is in the pupil. You can, you know, later on you can go in with a bit of white paint and then just put like a little dot there in the pupil. It's totally up to you. You can experiment and see what you like better. doing the other pupil here. And then sometimes I like adding eyelashes. And, you know, it all depends on if you're doing a real fantasy face, and you can just go crazy and, you know, put spiral on her face or whatever. And then, you know, I sometimes do a little bit with the hair. And adding a bit of bangs. Most likely when I finish this art journal page, she's going to have things on her head. You know, I'm going to collage different things on her head, so it doesn't really matter what I do at this point. This is just to give me an idea of sort of roughly what the person's going to look like. I might change my mind too after I draw her onto another page. And she's probably going to have a long neck, I'm thinking. Okay, so also when you get down to the chin part, sometimes you can, you know, show a little bit of a line here where the chin starts. And this is something that you should keep in mind, is that there's always a shadow underneath the chin. So I tend to darken the line under here. That just makes it look a little bit more realistic. Oh, and I will also probably shade in this nose part here. I can, with a graphite pencil or something like that, I can actually go here and shade this so that this part of the nose will stand out a bit more. I might even go over it with some white paint to highlight it, and usually the tip of the nose here is highlighted with a lighter color paint to make it stand out a bit. And then sometimes you have these little lines, depending on how old the person is, coming off of the nose. And if the person is tired or older, they're going to have lines underneath here. And if they're lactose intolerant, it's going to be a lot darker. There's going to be dark circles under there. And then typically I shade in around under the eyebrow like this, just to give it a bit of depth. I mean, this is something I'll go over in my finished drawing, but I just wanted to give you a quick look on how I do my faces. And like I said, don't be too worried about making it perfect, making the eyes absolutely perfect. I can see this one is bigger than that one over there, but I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Okay, so I'm going to just show you up close what it looks like. I'm not worried about that eye there, the eye over here, because that's not going to appear in my final art journal page. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that. Maybe I'll do a few more of these little quick video tips.